we are discussed about how to design the Butterworth filter using impulse invariant and bilinear transformation. Similar way, we are going to see how to design a Chebyshev filter for the following specifications using bilinear transformation. Okay, so let me have the problem. Point A, it should be less than or equivalent to modulus of h of e power j omega, which is less than or equivalent to 1. So the limit will be varying from 0 to 0.25, and h of e power j omega, which is less than or equivalent to 0.2. The limit will be varying from 0.65 to 5. Okay. So let me have the given data. What are all the given data over here? Pass band attenuation, stop band attenuation, pass band frequency, and stop band frequency. So pass band attenuation to be the 0.8, pass band frequency, which is to be the 0.25, stop band attenuation to be 0.2, and stop band frequency to be 0.65. Okay. So then we have to find out the pass band and stop band attenuation in decibels. So we'll be using the formula of an 20 logarithmic of the pass band value and 20 logarithmic of an stop band value. So we can able to find the value 1.938 decibel and 13.9794 decibel. So that is the first step. Second step, we have to choose the value of an T and determine the pre-warping analog frequency. So we know that the difference, the relationship between the capital omega and small omega to be 2 by T tan omega P by 2. Similarly, 2 by T tan omega S by 2. So since the value of capital T is equivalent to 1, and we know the value of omega P is equivalent to 0.25 and omega S is equivalent to 0.65, substitute over on it, and then we can able to get the value of an omega P and omega S to be 0.649 decibel and 2.75 decibel. Okay, and then we have to find the order of the filter. So we know the formula of n should be greater than or equivalent to cos h inverse square root of 1 minus 0.1 alpha p minus 1 divided by 1 to the power of 0.1 alpha s minus 1 divided by cos h inverse of omega p divided by the value of an omega s. So substitute overall that, and then we'll be having of an n should be greater than or equivalent to 1.207. So we have to round the next higher integer value. So even though the point will be 1.2 or 1.3, 1.20, so you have next exit value. We should not get down below the value. We know that if the 0.5 greater than a, we'll be going for the next integer, but it is not to be considered over here. We'll be considering the value of n is equivalent to 2. Then after that, we have to find out the poles of the Chebyshev filter. And we know the formula of Sk is equivalent to A cos phi k plus JB sin phi k, where k is equivalent to 0 to 1. And we have to find out the value of epsilon and mu over also. And phi k is equivalent to 2k plus n minus 1 into pi divided by 2n. Okay, so where epsilon is equivalent to square root of 10 to the power of 0.1 alpha p minus 1. So we'll be substituting over here and we'll be finding the value of epsilon equivalent to 0.75. And where mu is equivalent to epsilon inverse plus square root of 1 plus epsilon part minus 2. So the value of mu is equivalent to 3. Okay, and then we have to find out the major and minor axis. That is the value of an A and B. A is equivalent to omega p into mu to the power of 1 by n minus mu to the power of minus 1 by n divided by 2. And then we'll be getting the value of A is equivalent to 0.375. Similarly, the value of B is equivalent to 0.75. By replacing the formula, minus will be changed into this over here. Okay, so all the factors A, B, phi, so everything has found out. So now we have to find the value of an, and then we have to find the value of an phi k. Okay, so phi k for k is equivalent to 1 and k is equivalent to 2. So we can able to obtain that 135 and 225 degrees. So find the value of an k is equivalent to 1 and 2, S1 and S2 by replacing 0.375 cos 135 plus j 0.75 sin 135. So we'll be getting the answer minus 0.265 plus j 0.53. Similarly, S2 is equivalent to minus 0.265 minus j 0.53. So complex conjugate of the value. Then after that, we have to find out the denominator. So the denominator is nothing but an S1 into S2. So multiply the factor. So since it is of a complex factor, we'll be using of an A minus IB, A plus IB the whole square, which is So a squared minus b squared will be getting. So by replacing over on it, we'll be getting off an s plus 0.265 the whole square plus 0.53 the whole square. Then simplify the expression, we'll be getting the final answer to be s squared plus 0.53066 plus 0.35166. That is to be the denominator polynomial. We have to find out the numerator of the transfer function. So if n is even, what we should do it of Abdina? We have to substitute s is equivalent to 0 in the denominator polynomial. What the value of n over here? We have found out n is equivalent to 2. Upper we have to divide the, we have to equate s is equivalent to 0. So s is equal to 0. What will happen? Denominator polynomial will get only the value of n 0.3516, which has to be divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square. So epsilon value we know that 0.75. So we can able to find out the value of numerator polynomial to be 0.28. Now you find the transfer function. What is the transfer function? So numerator divided by denominator. So 0.28 divided by s square plus 0.53066 plus 0.35166. Okay. Now we will be applying the bilinear transformation. We know that transformation which leads to s has to be replaced by 2 by t of 1 minus z bar minus 10 divided by 1 plus z bar minus 10. So substitute over that, then do the cross multiplication, simplify your expression. So for the final expression, what will be getting over on it now? H of z is equivalent to 0.28 1 plus z bar minus 10 divided by 1 minus 1.348 z bar minus 10 plus 0.608 z bar minus 2. Okay, so what are all the steps we have seen over on it? The first step, we have to have the given data. Second, we have to find out the passband and stopband attribution in decibel. Third step, we have to choose the T and determining the pre-warping frequency. Fourth step, we have to find the order of the filter. Fifth step, we have to find the poles. For finding of the poles, we should know the value of mu, epsilon, A, B, K, everything. And then we have to find out the value of SK value. Then we have to find the denominator of a polynomial. Numerator, if n is even, we have to substitute s is equivalent to 0 and it has to be divided by root of 1 plus epsilon square. And the next step, we have to find out the transfer function. Finally, we have to apply the bilinear transformation. We know that s should be replaced by 2 by t of 1 minus z bar minus 10 divided by 1 plus z bar minus 10. Okay. The next we have to design a Chebyshev filter. Use same problem using an impulse invariant filter. Okay. So what we'll be doing over that? So 0.8 to be the passband attenuation, passband frequency to be 0.25, stopband attenuation is given as 0.2, and stopband frequency to be 0.65. Okay. So we will be specifying this passband and stopband attenuation in decibel by using the formula of 20 logarithmic of the value. And we found that the attenuation is value given as 1.938 decibel and 13.9794 decibel. Second step, we know that we have to choose the value of t and determining the pre-warping frequency. And we know the relation that omega p is equivalent to small omega p divided by t and omega is equivalent to small omega divided by t. So since we are making an assumption t is equivalent to 1 second, so the answer to be 0.25 radian per second and 0.65 radian per second. The third step, we have to find the order of the filter. Order of the filter can be calculated by using the formula n should be greater than or equivalent to cos h inverse of square root of 1 minus e power minus 1 alpha p minus 1 divided by alpha s minus 1 cos h inverse of omega s divided omega p divided by the value of omega s. Okay. The next, by substituting overall on that, we can able to get the value n should be greater than or equivalent to 1.5454. Then it has to be round to the next highest integer value by the capital N is equivalent to 2. Okay. All the steps will be same. Only thing has to be that in the case of an applied bilinear transformation, we will be applying the case of an impulse invariant filter by replacing s minus pi should be replaced by 1 minus e power minus pk ti z power minus 1. Okay. So we'll be finding the poles over here. We know the formula for calculating the poles. Sk is equivalent to a into cos pi k plus jb sin pi k, where k is equivalent to 0 to n, where n know the order of filter up to 0, 1 and 2. We have to calculate the value of epsilon and mu by using the formula, and pi is equivalent to the formula. So by substituting the value of epsilon, we can able to know the value of 0.75 and the mu is equivalent to 3. Then we'll be calculating the semi-major axis and minor axis, that is the value of A and B, by using the formula of an omega value of mu bar to the power of 1 by n minus mu to the power of 1 by n divided by 2 for A, and for the case of n plus in the case of an B value. So the value of A is equivalent to 0.362 and 0.7255. Okay. The next we have to find out the value of an pi. So 3 pi by 4 135 and pi by 4 325. Find the value of S1 and S2. So S1 is equivalent to 0.362 cos 135 plus j 0.7255 sin 135. We can able to obtain that minus 0.72, 0.256 plus j 0.513 and minus j 0.513. So we know that automatically the next step to be to find the denominator polynomial by multiplying S1 and S2, and we'll be getting the answer to be S squared plus 0.513 S plus 0.33. So if in order to find the numerator, if n is to be even, we have to replace n as s is equivalent to 0 in the denominator polynomial, and then we have to divide the result by 1 by root of epsilon square. Okay. So what we're getting over on it, we'll be getting often 0.33 divided by root of 1 plus 0.75 the whole square. And then we can able to find that the value is equivalent to 0.264. So what is the transfer function of your polynomial? 0.264 divided by s squared plus 0.513 s plus 0.23. Okay. And then by using partial expansion, we'll be expanding h of s into. What will be doing over that? We know that which is be replaced by, we have to take a partial fraction. So a1 divided by s minus of minus 0.256 plus j 0.514. And next going to be the a2 value, s minus of minus 0.256 minus j 0.514. Okay. We can able to find the value of an a value 0.257j, and the next going to be a minus 0.258j. So we the replacing, I already that 1 by s minus pi should be replaced by 1 minus e power minus pkt z power minus 1. So which is the replaced by Pole's value e power minus 0.256 e power j 0.513. Substituting overall on that, we can able to get the value of an h of z is equivalent to 0.1954 z power minus 10 divided by 1 minus 3483 z power minus 10 plus 0.5987 z power minus 2. So overall, what we have seen over on it now, how to design an IIR filter using approximate of derivative, impulse invariant method, and bilinear transformation. Okay. So in the case of an, so what are all the steps behind over on it, and how to design the filter. Okay. So the left out topic is to be that what about the transformation? What about the frequency transformation? There is how to convert low pass to high pass, how to convert low pass to band pass, then low pass to band reject. Okay. So that transformation has to be seen over on it. So that can be seen on the next class. Okay. Thank you.